Hello to everyone. My name is NC Lightworker and welcome to the Black Off Grid YouTube channel. I'm going to be sharing my journey towards a self-reliant lifestyle by building an off-grid homestead. Now mind you, I am not an expert by any means. Therefore, I do not respond to any questions, comments, or emails because as a lightworker, I am only here to present the information. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to post your location in the intro video to this channel because you may be able to link up with like-minded people in your area. Thank you for tuning in, and let's get started. In the intro video to this channel, I mentioned that I will be sharing my journey as it relates to becoming self-reliant by building an off-grid homestead. So let's cover some basic concepts. Self-reliance is the act of taking full responsibility as it relates to food, water, shelter, self-defense, defense of your property, medical, and hygiene. Essentially, all of these things are necessary for your survival. Instead of relying on the grocery store for food, I will be growing my own fruits and vegetables and raising animals for meat. Instead of paying the county or city for water, I will be building a rainwater system. Living off-grid means that you do not rely on the traditional power grid that is operated by an energy company. You supply your own needs as it relates to energy, usually via solar panels, generator, or wind turbine. So yes, you can still have modern conveniences like a TV, computer, and microwave while living off the grid. First things first, you're going to have to put down that cell phone, turn off the TV, and start doing the research. A subscription to a magazine that is dedicated to the self-reliant lifestyle is a great starting point. Also, you will definitely need to start your personal library. I currently have over 200 books and counting. Thrift stores are a great resource. You can easily find books about gardening and how-to books like how to build a patio or how to do your own landscaping. The next step is to start daydreaming about your future homestead. How many acres do you want? What types of fruits and vegetables do you want to grow? Will your off-grid homestead have livestock? Maybe a nice fishing pond. The possibilities are endless. Well, I hate to have to burst your bubble, but after you're finished daydreaming, you're gonna have to be realistic. Establishing an off-grid homestead is a very gradual process, and please know that it may take several years for your homestead to look and function the way that you envisioned. Building a homestead is a lesson in patience, flexibility, and perseverance. Where your land is located is very important because it's going to dictate how your homestead will look and function. For example, there are certain fruits and vegetables that simply won't grow in certain areas of the country. You may have livestock that require a certain climate or environment to be able to thrive. Again, this is where I stress the importance of doing the research. I'm going to be building an off-grid house by hand and with cob. Cob is an all natural building material that incorporates the mixture of clay, sand, straw, and water. Since my house will essentially be made of quote unquote mud, I knew that purchasing land in eastern North Carolina, which is notorious for flooding, was out of the question. After doing further research, I learned that it is not recommended that you build with cob in elevations greater than 500 feet, so purchasing land in the mountains was ruled out. Therefore, my future homestead is going to be located somewhere smack dab in the middle of the state. I will be establishing my homestead on a very limited budget. Since the materials to build with cob can be sourced directly from the earth, I will be able to build my house at a very minimal cost. Secondly, having the ability to fight a fire on a homestead is crucial. So the fact that cob is fireproof was a major factor for choosing to build with it. How many acres you purchase will largely depend on your budget and how you want your homestead to look and function. Now, I am a single woman with no children. I'm looking to purchase 1, maybe 2 acres of land. My plan is to have some chickens, mainly for eggs, raise quails and rabbits for meat, and maybe some dairy goats. Uh, Tell you the truth, I'm still up in the air about those gosh darn goats, so we'll just have to see. 1 acre of land is equal to 43,560 square feet. So 1 acre is about the size of a football field minus the end zones. You can do a lot with just 1 acre of land. 5 acres or more is generally recommended for a family. Again, it is important that you be realistic and flexible because you're probably not going to find that quote unquote perfect piece of land. Now, here are some of the things that are on my list of must-haves. Direct access from a state or county maintained road. I do not want to have to go through someone else's property to be able to access my land. Since I will be building with cob, no large bodies of water like a lake or a pond on or near the property. 0 building restrictions, which equals no building permits required or code inspectors breathing down my neck. The land cannot be located near anything toxic or super stinky like a nuclear plant, landfill, meat processing plant, cow or horse pasture. No large trees. Now this is something that I have not heard anyone else on YouTube mention. Since I will not be able to afford to have the land professionally cleared, the trees on the property will need to be at a size that I can manage myself with the help of a bow saw. As you can see, there is a lot of forethought that goes into planning a homestead. Some added bonuses would be if the land is already cleared or partially cleared, if it already has a well or water pump, or an existing gate and or driveway. other things to consider before purchasing the land. Now, of course, this list is not all inclusive. The rule of 3. You can go 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. Water is extremely important. There is absolutely no organism on earth that can survive without water. If the property that I purchased doesn't already have a flowing water source like a stream, I will definitely need to know where the closest river or fresh water source is located. The proximity of your land to the nearest town, hospital, and fire department. What was the land previously used for? If the land was commercially farmed, I will definitely need to research the types of chemicals that were used. Now, I would love to be able to purchase a piece of land where my closest neighbor is like a mile away from me, but unfortunately with my budget, this will not be possible. It is important to get a feel for the type of people that live in the area prior to purchasing the land. Being able to access your property during a snowstorm or natural disaster like a hurricane. For example, if a large tree is blocking your driveway, you will need to have a plan for removal since it is on your private property. Check to see how many properties, vacant lots and homes included, that are for sale in your desired area. If everyone in the same area is trying to sell their property, then this could be a telltale sign that you may want to look elsewhere. However, you won't know for sure until you do the research. The beautiful thing about consciousness is that it will never force itself on you. You always have the option of going back to sleep at any time. The choice is yours. If the information in this post was able to wake up a handful of people, then my mission was accomplished. It is now your responsibility to stay awake, prepare, and continue connecting those dots. Please feel free to share this post. God bless and take care.